Oh, good evening. I'm going to do a little video today on the Fool card, excuse me, which is the zero card in the tarot. And the major arcana in the tarot goes from 0 to 22, and the Fool card is the 0, which is the beginning, and these are 3 different decks, so you could just have an idea. But traditionally, the Fool card will have a white dog and a hobo stick. He'll have a white dog at his feet, and he might be dressed as a jester. And it's about beginner's luck, believing in the universe, complete surrender to divine source, spontaneity, originality, innocence, a leap of faith. And usually he's going to have no shoes like this one. I just love this card because there's no shoes, and I love earthing, and I believe in earthing. We come out barefoot, and I believe that it's just great, for that. And I like this card because it has the rainbow, and just reminds me of like Niagara Falls and somebody having fun. This is the Cat Tarot. This is the Zero Fool, and this is another deck. He has a little white dog at his feet. He has the hobo stick, but he does have boots on. Usually you always see the sun in there too. And there's a word that's associated with it. Well, actually, a couple words. Uranus or Uranus, however you like to say it. It rules Aquarius. It's the planet that rules Aquarius, and it's associated with this card. So air or air signs are also associated with this card, or Aquarius. And the word that I always associate whenever I see the Fool card is Eureka. Like Eureka! Like you just, stepping out there, putting yourself out there, complete leap of faith. Complete surrender to what's in front of you, new start. I began looking at tarot cards, not to do readings, but just because I wasn't drawn to it, but because I'm an artist, and I was doing oracle cards, and somebody invited me to do a tarot card, and I had to get started buying the decks and looking at the decks and getting addicted to the art. So never did do the card. Ended up doing 2 oracle card decks instead, but I always get the Fool card. Now, I'm a Sag rising, and Sagittarius is a mutable fire sign, and we are incredibly spontaneous and original. And I'm not saying we're innocent, because we're not, but Sagittarius tends to be rose-colored glasses and trusting beginnings. So I'm always getting this card. I don't get offended. I love the Fool card. I did get it one time in a love reading that a friend of mine was, wanted to do for me, and he was trying to learn the tarot, and I didn't know a lot about tarot at the time. And it was funny because I was like, oh, no, don't tell me this is an Aquarius person coming in. I really couldn't take an Aquarius at that point in my life. I had sworn them off. And he's like, no. He's like, it's, it could be anything, something new, beginning, unorthodox, ruled by Uranus, leap of faith. And I had fell in the bathtub. I got some new paints from Australia. Didn't know how to use them. Couldn't read the writing on the label correctly, and I fell, and I had a leg cast and an arm cast. I hadn't showered. I was covered in paint. My friend's like, come on, let's just go out for a drink. So got my crutches, got out, had a leg cast, arm cast, get out, get my drink, and I looked next to me. There was this crazy looking guy, kind of looked like Kurt Cobain, way younger than me, very cool, but he was drinking all the mistakes that the bartender made, and it was his birthday, and she was hooking him up with the mistaken drinks, and I'm like, oh my God, this fool's going to be sick. And he was a painter, and, we hooked up, and he was just very, very cool. And ironically, he was born on the Aquarius, Pisces cusp. But every time I get this card, I always think, oh, Lordy, Lordy, what's coming? But there's a word, and it's called Eureka. And it's sort of like a code word for me, and I forgot how I got the explanation of it. But whenever I get the Fool card, I usually yell, Eureka! Like, look out, no holds barred, something wacky's going to happen. Ruled by Uranus, the planet that shocks us. So this is different versions of the Fool card. I just wanted to share that with you tonight. I did draw this card for April Fool energy, and I think it's just funny. April Fool's Day. I thought tomorrow was April Fool's, but there's 31 days in March, duh. So this is actually April Fool's reading, and it's early. Shout out to Patricia Dawn, my favorite bottoms up Buffalo bartender, Buffalo, New York, and I hope everybody has a great April Fool's Day, and the Fool is cool, and if you get some wild Uranus energy, just say Eureka and take a leap of faith. Peace out.